Perfectionism ruins game results. The Monday mentality problem pops up. This week will be a new week, we're starting fresh. But we're coming off what feels like a loss of the last half of last week. We might have some guilt attached, but things didn't go the way we planned, but this week will be better. The first mistake here in this stage is that you are coming off a off period. Why did you come off the off period? Because your standards to the week just weren't matching anything you could actually do. So you waited for the perfect situation to start again Monday, whereas really we could have had a great last half of the week. The thing is about the perfectionism mindset is it's impossible to achieve. There'll be some unknown thing come up, some new thing you haven't dealt with before. Sometimes it'll go right, but making perfect the enemy of the good again is an issue. When we do this as well, we then have the classic cycle thing where we've felt like the last week was partially off. Now there'd be some kind of guilt or some kind of stress attached to this where, damn it, I just missed that thing. And this week, how's my confidence going? Probably not as good because you just came off what feels like a loss and we're in this catch-up phase. What we need to do instead is look at things in a continuum, put things in the appropriate place. For example, if you were trying to save money and you were putting money towards some kind of savings account, whatever it is, and then an unknown bill popped up, would you then decide, well, this unknown bill popped up, I may as well go hit the pokey tables and drain every little bit of savings I've got? You probably wouldn't, but people generally approach their food and dieting that way. This all or nothing effect can really derail people if the previous financial example didn't give you the context. And again, you've then got to really address reality at some stage. When you do, it's a rough position to come into. What we need to do instead is, with that perfectionism mindset we got, shift the framework. Move it towards, can we win the month? Can we win even every other week? Versus, can I win every single meal that's in front of me in the exact way I want? Does every single workout need to be perfect? No. Are you progressing over time? Yes. That's a win. We just need to broaden our time horizon. So obviously that previous financial example wasn't sustainable. We need to have an approach that actually moves you towards being able to get your goals across the month. Make that the framework. Can we make last month better than this month? Are we on net moving towards a better position? Versus is every single little tiny input on every single path of the journey moving towards what you want? When you can move it towards that framework, it's easy to get the wins. It allows some flexibility when things go off, when it's not perfect. We can then have, okay, there's the other fallback meals for later on. There's the other days that I can still be moving towards my goals. And at the end of the day, if someone put a gun to your head and said, you will be losing 2.5 kilograms of fat loss this month instead of 3 kilograms of fat loss, but this approach of not trying to aim for 3 didn't run a 50% chance that you're gonna get 0, you'd still take those odds and just go, hey, let's just take that 2.5 kilos without that mental stress. So if the previous financial example wasn't clear, it's just an unsustainable approach. It doesn't offer enough flexibility to move towards your overall goals. So that perfectionism, which might be good in some way, shape or form, let's dial it back and move the goals towards, am I moving forward on net across the month? Then you can reassess at the end of the month and find, hey, were the things that I could have done better in a particular situation? Sure, there always is going to be, and you'll be more prepared for it in the future. But not allowing a moment of moving towards perfection when things go off on a Thursday, suddenly Friday, Saturday, Sunday doesn't have to be the worst. You can have fallback meals, you can adjust things as needed, but move you towards a goal that is actually sustainable. It might be 90% of the goal you want, but you might be able to hit it at a 100% ratio versus toss a coin and maybe you get the 100% result, but you might get 0. And the thing is, that's an incredibly stressful framework to have. It requires too much and doesn't even match the balance of life. So when you change this framework towards just getting the progression throughout each month, not meaning every single thing needs to be perfect, but just moving towards the on-net results being better, a little bit stronger than you are last month in the gym versus every single exercise has got to be a PB today. You've achieved your weight goals rather than every single meal and every single step of the way was exactly what I wanted, leading to that result. It's a better framework, there's less stress, it becomes easy. It's something you feel like you can control. It's not some hypothetical thing that can't exist. You're getting results in the real world and your confidence is growing. You don't have all the food noise, you don't have the mental stress, am I doing the right thing? You don't have this burnout that's just incompatible with the busy lives I'm sure we've got. When you get this right, you're not operating some kind of framework where is every single meal exactly how I want it with no degree of inflexibility. And I've got to be so stringent on, and if I'm not on, I'm really off and going backwards. Now instead is the overall environment that we've created within the week and even within the month moving me towards my goals. I still lost 2.5 kilos at a flexible approach instead of maybe losing 2.7, but maybe losing 0. Am I progressing overall in my strength rather than every single exercise has got to be a personal best? It's a more sustainable framework and there's a lot less mental noise. So let's put this on easy mode. We'll take it away from the hypothetical what could work best in some utopian situation and put it towards what gives you results in real life. We've then got fewer restarts, less mental stress, and better results.